the participation in futures markets, all financial markets, of people that do not, as part of their core business, should be there. We should only have commercials in there and farmers. Because when the speculator comes in, he drives the markets too high, too low, out of all correlation with what the underlying fundamentals would justify. How many times have you heard that? I've heard it my entire professional career. And one of the very first things I did when I got to USDA, back in 2003, when I was the principal grains economist in charge of the monthly supply-demand projections for corn and wheat, was call up the CFTC and say, can you do a study to address this? And so we had lots and lots of conversations. All of the research that I have seen, both when I worked for the government and when I worked at the university for 20 years, all of the well-founded research said that funds do not alter prices. I asked, well, do they maybe increase volatility around those prices? The evidence, though it wasn't specifically addressed, the evidence suggested in the studies, one study in particular, was that it actually dampened volatility. That funds participation dampened volatility by adding extra liquidity. So, yes, there's been a tremendous change in funds position, but did they cause the rally? Even if you take a look at the weekly Commitment of Traders reports, which are grossly aggregated data, and you do a Granger test of causality, what you'll find is that changes in the Commitment of Traders is a lagging or at best a concurrent indicator of changes in futures. So it's changes in futures prices which cause changes in fund position, either lagging or concurrently. It's not changes in fund position causes changes in futures prices, which, by the way, if you believe that, how are you ever going to forecast futures prices? What's your fundamental model? Go ahead, you tell me. How are you going to forecast the change in funds position? What are you going to base it on? I would much rather try to forecast the change in futures prices based on changes in underlying supply and demand fundamentals. At least there's something there that I can work with. But where's the data to forecast change in funds position? Where is it? What is it? Please tell me. I'd love to work on that. Next slide.